What's going on? Listen. Child Miss Tia went back home. She said, I got a man, he's back at home. Psych, I didn't really leave him. Baby, listen, when she was on that, that little tour that she was doing, I have a new life, a new perspective, and you know, I'm just so happy to get rid of that other life, and I'm lifing and life, girl. She wasn't gonna get rid of that Chicago man. Listen, he is a good man, Savanna. Okay, Corey Hardick is a beautiful man, and you know, I just people listen. I don't get into people's marriages, right? I'm married and marriage is hard. I was joking and singing at the beginning, but the reality is marriage is extremely hard. And you're not going to always be at your 100%. You know, I may be up here, my husband may be at 30%, I may be at 100, or vice versa. And I would tell anyone who is wants to be a part of this fraternity and sorority of marriage, um, please think about it. There's so many variables to marriage. You can't just leave because of you're not feeling that person. You got to work at it. Now, if this person is um, being rude to you, verbally abusive, just not a great person and harmful to the children, toxic to you, don't want to pull their own weight, don't want to, invest into the household like you are, you know, then okay, you need to, make your plans and leave. But if there's certain things that, you don't like about that person, but you want to work it out and maybe study that person or, you know, talk to them, suggest something, you just got to talk it out, get therapy, marriage, go to your local pastor if you don't want to do marriage counseling, or your pastor may have marriage counseling. Um, there's just ways of talking. Open lines of communication is important. There's times where, you know, me and my husband now, we're still, gosh, we've been married since 2010. We had two weddings. We had the Justice of the Peace, 2010, and then the 2012 big wedding that my mom had to have. I was cool with the Justice of the Peace because I felt like if you're going to spend all this money, let us can we have the money for a house, But me being her only child, she wanted that. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is even now, almost what 20 years later, we are still trying to discover who we are in this marriage. Like again, it your marriage goes through so many different stages, and I didn't understand what the old folks that been married for 60 years was trying to tell me and my husband, you know, when we made our announcement that we were getting married. And, at the time, the church that we were going to, they were so gracious to talk to us about, you know, what it takes, and again, you're going to be 40% here and he may be 80, and it's just not, we're not going to always be at that 100 together, unified all the time, and even now we're in a interesting place. I'll say that. But we are willing to do the work and to figure this thing out. Has there been a time where I'm like, oh, child, I'm ready to go on that tour like Tia did and thinking she was, yes, I'm glad I did this and, it's a new birth and rebirth. Girl, there's been times I want to wake up and be like, I'm out. Okay. But reality is, there's really, the grass is not greener. And I'm not saying just to stay because you have someone, no. It's just that when you think that there's things that you can't work out and you think it's better and you get out there and you're like, oh, my little, my issue is now this, because you start to see other great qualities your partner has that outweighs the bad, you know. Um, Even at this strange, interesting place that I'm at in my marriage, there's so much good that outweighs the bad. You know what I'm saying? And you have to do every now and then check in with yourself, the pros and the cons. You know, if you're watching this video, click the subscribe button. I always forget to say that. Click the subscribe button, comment about this, you know. Um, Anyways, but yes. So if this is true, and I will say alleged, Tia allegedly went back home. And I'm so glad because that brother, what I love about Corey now is he didn't mind being vulnerable and really talking about his journey during this. Um, I'm in love with my wife. I'm sad right now. I'm really sad as I'm talking about when he was, promoting his movies and stuff, and people are nosy and they want to ask, "Oh, how are you doing?" I'm sad. He didn't mind saying, "Look," while she's smiling and yes, and life is so good. Life is so good. He's like, life is not good, and I miss my wife. I miss my kids. I'm not. This is terrible. I'm not waking up in the same house with my children, my wife. I just, he could have easily been egotistical and because when we get in our feelings, we get to sling and dirt, and we don't want to show the other party that I'm hurting. The ego is just, but he was like, oh no, she's doing that campaign, God bless her, but I'm telling her that I'm still in love and I pray. It's pretty much, I'm doing verbatim what he's saying, but pretty much that's what he's been saying. Nothing bad, nothing immature. And she found out. Ain't nothing out there. And probably, if anything, she probably saw some cutie pie sniffing around that good Chicago man. Okay? I know what happened. And she's talking about, yes, because we have a plan, we're not supposed to introduce if we, start dating, 6 months, that's what's in place. I think that's what she said this on one interview. I can say alleged. Well, I bet you he knocked on the door and said, yeah, there's somebody that's feeling me. Okay. Somebody's feeling me, and I'm ready to introduce the kids to her. I'm saying. He got tired. Look, Okay. I'm being silly, but I'm thinking. And she hurried up real quick. Oh, I'm done playing. Psych. I'm back. That's what happened. I'm telling you, that's what happened. What's up, catchers? Listen, I got all these stories. I'm back. I know you're like, dang, Cassie K, where you at? Child, I'm back, child. I do a little bit of everything. But tonight is hot topics. I've been wanting to talk to you guys about. But anyways, you guys, I'm so silly. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging in there with me. I'm up to 60 subscribers. God bless you guys. Thank you. My day ones and my new people, I love you. Thank you.